What's up, guys? So I want to take a minute to go over a product, and it's not a new product actually. It's been out for over a year now, and but I still feel like a lot of people don't know about it or they don't really trust it. And that product is the RCProPlus Solderless Connectors. That's right, solderless connectors. So this part number is the REB7808 ST-S7P8. It's a lot of stuff, but it's rated up to 270 amps continuous, 230 amp continuous and 270 amp peak. And so it's plenty capable connector. And I just kind of want to talk with you about my experience with them and how easy they are to use. That's the biggest thing for me, is that I hate soldering, and I feel like I'm not alone in that whole thing. So for me, this product really was kind of a game changer. So I just want to take you through what the steps are to get it on. So first off, you want to take off any excess solder or anything, and also the heat shrink, a little bit, like a 1/4 inch or so of heat shrink. Then I kind of just braid the wires like this in my hand. Take the outer housing and slide it over first. Take your connector, put it on. So basically there's 2 set screws that kind of crimp onto this thing. So there's one on each side. And what I do is I usually dab them with a little bit of Loctite, just for peace of mind. And then, yeah, they basically just set screw on. So I kind of set one on one side first, then I take a second one and do the same thing. You can kind of come at this with 2 screwdrivers and do them at the same time if you want, but for me, when I'm traveling, I only ever travel with one size of each screwdriver, so I always do it this way, and I never have a problem. But I just get those super snug, pull the housing up. There's 2 little clips that just go on each side. And the clip, there's a secondary clip here that you use to it kind of supports the wire, and it also bolts on. So that's actually one of the things that I love about this connector, is that it's not like a big press fit or anything like with EC5s or some other connector like that, where you're trying to line everything up and squeeze it in. Like, this is all mechanical. Like, it's just nuts and bolts and it goes together. So there we are with one of 2. I don't know how long that took, but I know it wasn't very long. So every time I show up to an event with these connectors, everybody's kind of in disbelief that I use them. And to be honest, when they first came out, I also was very skeptical of them, because I mean, it just didn't seem right. You know, a connector on a 700 class electric helicopter that's pulling 200 amps to just be bolted on. Like, it just didn't make sense to me, but I tried them, and you know what? I honestly can say that they just work great. Like, there's no problem with them. They don't get hot. I've never had it pull out. They actually did testing and everything on the pull force of these connectors, and I think it was something absurd, 70, 80 pounds of tension on it before it would come out. So more than the connector's ever gonna see. I've never had one come apart, never had one fail, never had one get hot. And honestly, I trust it more than I trust a soldered connector. Because for me, I mean, I fly very aggressively. And in the summer here, it's like 110, 118 degrees. And I can't tell you how many times I've had soldered connectors come unplugged, actually. Like, it's happened to me quite a lot. And in competition too, where I've lost competition rounds because I had a connector desolder. So these, they physically can't desolder. Like, it's mechanical. It just bolts together, and the contact is fine, and it works great. So here we are getting finished with the second one, and yeah. So I mean, that took me just a few minutes, and I'm ready to go. I still got a lot more packs to do, but yeah. That's just a brief overview of my experience with the 7mm solderless connectors, and just a little tutorial on how they go together. So thanks for watching. Hope you found it informative. I'll put the link for these connectors down below so that you can check them out and see if you want them on your helicopter. See you next time. Bye-bye.